The Master's Mysteries, Tales of Magical Mastery, Episode 55. We were just talking about it. The demon I Zhao unleashed its divine power in its own soul world. With a wave of its hand, a powerful force attacked Liao Fengyi. However, faced with such a fierce attack, Liao Fengyi did not dodge. If hit by this force, he would undoubtedly be crushed to pieces. The demon I Zhao was initially pleased, but his expression changed immediately after the force dissipated. It turned out that the people below were completely unharmed. His body was protected by a layer of protective qi, and that intense attack didn't harm him at all. You wicked creature! How dare you let a Martian tourist enter your soul world? You're so audacious. This soul-arresting formation is the Zhao's ultimate move. 500 years ago, he used it to kill countless cultivators from the Central Plains. I think you're tired of living. But he was too conceited. Little did he know that the Orthodox Martian sect primarily focuses on soul cultivation, different from those wild cultivators on the path of immortality. Let me show you the power of a Martian tourist. Unexpectedly, at this moment, the demon I Zhao dragged him into its own soul world. Enjoy it. Such a reckless move won't end well. Let me tell you, Liao Fengyi didn't activate any major formations or use any exorcism spells at this moment. He just released the qi he cultivated over the past decade. But even so, the demon I Zhao couldn't bear it. He cultivated the demonic path, and pure yang qi specifically restrains him. The demon I Zhao felt a surge of extremely yang and strong red light attacking him, as if his entire body was placed in a furnace. The heat wave grew stronger, and the demon I Zhao's body was almost torn to pieces. To be honest, as a demon creature who has always been cultivating in Liao Bei, the legendary Martian techniques from the Central Plains were merely hearsay to him. He had never taken them seriously, but now he truly understood. Liao Fengyi didn't want to kill the demon I Zhao. He slowly withdrew his kai, and the demon I Zhao fell from the sky. How about it? Do you want to get up and continue fighting? A series of coughs emerged amidst the white smoke. The Martian techniques are indeed well-deserved. When the demon I Zhao struggled to stand up again, he seemed not to realize the seriousness of the situation. However, in the Central Plains, talented people keep emerging, which is really frustrating. If it were 500 years ago, when he still had his demonic body, combined with the ability to merge with a leading immortal. But kid, do you think you're impressive? Just now, you made me take you seriously. It was just that I was careless. Even if all three Liao Fengs joined forces, he wouldn't have been in my eyes, and he truly didn't use all his strength earlier. Now, die. Despite being injured at this moment, it ignited his fighting spirit. He raised his hand, intending to use all his power to strike down Liao Feng. However, to his surprise, before his palm could be unleashed, the young man in front of him disappeared. You talk too much. Have you been honing your mouth all these years? Just as he was taken aback, he heard the voice of the young man behind him. This scared him, but before he could turn around, he suddenly felt a palm on his back. The demon I Zhao realized that his opponent had shown mercy. Otherwise, this strike could have completely shattered his soul. Are you convinced now? No, just now, I was careless. But this demon I Zhao clearly isn't someone who knows what's good for him. All right, I'll make you acknowledge my superiority. Liao Feng naturally had a way to deal with someone like him. At this moment, the demon I Zhao seemed to have gone mad and rushed forward once again with a punch. Die, you bastard. One couldn't deny that this demon I Zhao was indeed skilled. His body moved like a deity, with precise angles of attack, aiming for vital spots. But when it came to controlling his own soul, how could he compare to Liao Feng? I was careless again. Time passed with continuous attacks and humiliations. Let's do it again. Ah, I was careless. I was careless. Ah, hey, are you done yet? Finally, Liao Feng grew impatient and started hitting harder. "Let me go, I was wrong. Okay, I'll leave immediately and won't bother you again." After knocking down the demon Ai Zhao again, Liao Feng helplessly spoke up. He had only intended to come in and save someone and didn't want to waste any more time here. At this point, even the demon Ai Zhao had been subdued. Despite his thick-skinned nature, he couldn't bring himself to act again. "Actually, it's not difficult for you to leave. As long as I faint or hey, why didn't you say that earlier? Or I'll recite the soul release again." Because he was getting impatient, as soon as he heard the demon Ai Zhao mention another method, Liao Feng struck him down once more. As a result, the demon Ai Zhao hadn't finished explaining his second method when he was knocked unconscious. It seems I should have let him finish talking. Back in the real world, the body of the demon Ai Zhao trembled violently, and he let out a sharp scream. With the demon Ai Zhao's scream, Liao Feng's stiff body suddenly twitched and then regained consciousness. But when they looked at the demon Ai Zhao again, his body continued to recoil, and he fell onto the stone platform, blood flowing down from the corner of his mouth. Such injuries directly affect the soul and are even hard for cultivators to endure. It will take several decades for him to truly recover. "Are you all right?" Liao Feng took a big step and jumped onto the stone platform, coming to the side of the demon Ai Zhao. The Central Plains indeed has talented individuals. At this moment, the demon Ai Zhao's face was ashen, and he appeared extremely weak. Liao Feng had already let go of his grudge. Naturally, he wouldn't trouble him further. "I concede." As the two were talking, they saw two figures leaping down from the stone cave above their heads. "You're awake. How did you come out?" The newcomers were Hu Xianggu and Xiao Dai. Seeing the two emerging from their own graves, the expression on the demon Ai Zhao's face became even more unsightly. "We took your belongings as a betrothal gift. I hope you don't mind." "How could I? Brother demon Ai Zhao said he's going to marry me." Seeing the contented expressions of the two and looking at the bulging package on Xiao Dai's shoulder, it was evident they had thoroughly plundered him. You. The demon Ai Zhao's eyes widened, almost spewing out a mouthful of blood. "You barged in without permission and also stole my belongings. Is there any justice in this world? This is too much."